You know that person who, instead of recognizing your effort, makes comments like, "I think you just got lucky," or "It's really not that big of a deal." These types of remarks rarely come from a place of genuine concern. Rather, they come from a desire to undermine your confidence and make you question your accomplishments. One of the first signs that someone may be harboring envy toward you is in the way they criticize. These aren't constructive criticisms, but rather comments disguised as honest opinions that, in reality, aim to diminish your achievements. These so-called honest opinions are made with the intention of planting seeds of doubt and devaluing what you've accomplished. The person avoids acknowledging your hard work and tries to make your success seem like mere luck, or as though you're exaggerating its importance. At the core, this person feels uncomfortable seeing you progress, and their way of dealing with that feeling is by trying to bring you down. This behavior reflects the discomfort they feel watching you achieve something positive. Instead of celebrating with you, they attempt to pull you down, usually out of a desire to keep you in a position where your victories don't stand out so much. To handle this, the trick is simple. Don't absorb all criticism. Filter each comment and ask yourself if it truly adds value. If it doesn't, discard it. This way, you protect your self-confidence and prevent malicious remarks from undermining your accomplishments. And this is just the first sign. In this video, I'll show you 10 more revealing signs to help you identify when someone is acting out of envy or jealousy. Stick with me until the end, because the last sign goes beyond anything you might expect, and will definitely surprise you. Once you understand these signs, you'll never see these attitudes the same way again. After all, those who genuinely want to see you succeed don't feel the need to minimize it. Sign number 2. Minimizing your successes. Another clear sign of envy is when someone tries to downplay your achievements, as if what you accomplished isn't really important or deserving of recognition. Imagine you share a victory or something significant that you achieved, and the response is something like, "Oh, that's not so hard," or "Anyone could do that if they tried." This kind of comment reveals more about the person saying it than it does about you. It's an attempt to make you feel like your success has no real value. Envious people prefer to downplay others' achievements rather than celebrate them, as someone else's success intensifies their own dissatisfaction. These people try to make you believe that what you achieve doesn't hold much value, isn't worth applause or recognition. They can't see the effort, time, and dedication you put into reaching your goal. All they see is an opportunity to make your success appear smaller. At their core, others' success magnifies the dissatisfaction they feel in their own lives, so they find a solution by diminishing what you have accomplished. The best way to handle this? Focus on your achievements and remember, the value of your effort doesn't depend on everyone's approval. When you learn to appreciate your accomplishments for what they truly mean, useless comments like these lose their power and no longer affect you. Have you ever had someone react coldly or try to downplay one of your accomplishments? Tell me about it below. Sign number 3. Unnecessary competition. When someone feels envious, it's common for them to start seeing everything as a competition. They begin wanting to always stay one step ahead, whether in something small, like receiving the most praise at a meeting, or in more personal matters, like having the best vacation or the biggest achievement. This competitive behavior doesn't happen by accident. It reflects their need to prove they're superior. Instead of focusing on their own growth, they turn interactions with you into contests, where only they can win. Envious people tend to turn normal situations into competitions. They don't see their achievements as a result of their own efforts, but rather as something that always needs to be compared to what others have or do. This type of person feels threatened by your success, and competing becomes a way to cope with their own insecurities. This constant competition can be exhausting, creating a tense atmosphere where you feel pressured to prove your worth. To handle this unnecessary competition, the key is not to play along. And always remember, your achievements are about your own progress, not a race against unnecessary and envious people. Sign number 4. Spreading rumors or gossip about you. When envy shows itself, many people resort to subtle tactics to try to undermine your image and divert attention away from their own insecurities. One of these tactics is spreading rumors or gossip about you. These people talk about your life, your choices, or even your accomplishments, but in a distorted way, sharing information that often isn't true. The goal? To plant doubts about who you are and manipulate others' perceptions of you. By spreading these stories, they aim to weaken the ground, attempting to dim your light and perhaps weaken the admiration others have for you. Behind this lies a desire to make you seem less trustworthy, less admirable, and ultimately less of a threat. They know that if they can manipulate how others see you, they might succeed in overshadowing your success. The best way to handle this is not to give power to the gossip. Keep your composure and avoid direct confrontations, as this usually just fuels their narrative. Those who truly know you will be able to tell the difference between rumors and the truth about you. When you act with integrity, gossip eventually loses its power and naturally fades over time. What's important is not allowing this negativity to impact your self-esteem or confidence. Sign number 5. Lack of support in important moments. When you achieve something significant like a promotion, a personal accomplishment, or an important milestone, it's natural to want to share that joy with the people around you. However, envious people simply won't express happiness for you. This type of person may act indifferent, forget to congratulate you, or even downplay the significance of your achievement. This behavior usually reflects the discomfort they feel when they see you thriving. For them, supporting your accomplishments is difficult, as it highlights their own frustrations or insecurities. Instead of offering words of encouragement or celebration, they distance themselves, making it clear that your happiness bothers them. Don't expect everyone around you to show support, especially those who display signs of envy. Share your joy and accomplishments with those who truly matter. Keep close to people who add value to your life. Don't waste your energy on people who aren't worth it. Sign number 6. Doubting your intentions or criticizing your choices. A common trait in envious people is the tendency to question and criticize others' choices and intentions, especially when you're on a positive path. They might say things like, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" Or, "Do you really think you're doing the right thing?" These comments, often masked as concern, are actually aimed at planting insecurities in you. This behavior reflects the difficulty they have in dealing with your progress. By making you question your own decisions, they seek to undermine the confidence you have in your choices. It's a subtle form of manipulation, as it leads you to doubt your own path. The best way to handle this is to stand firm in your decisions. Remember that your goals and intentions are clear to you, and others' opinions don't always reflect what's best for your life. By reaffirming your confidence in your own choices, you avoid being negatively influenced and keep control over your path forward. Sign number 7. Always needing the last comment or final word. Envious people often have an intense need to win every discussion, always aiming to have the last word. This behavior goes beyond simple stubbornness. It's a way to reaffirm their ego and try to project an illusory sense of superiority. In any conversation or interaction, they make a point of showing that they know more, or that their position is somehow more relevant, even if the topic isn't directly related to them. This need to have the last word turns normal conversations into exhausting debates, making simple interactions into unnecessary arguments. An envious person will rarely accept that you're right or that you have a different perspective. They need to feel in control to maintain a sense of superiority. The best strategy for handling this behavior is simply not to play along. Often, allowing the person to have the last word is a way to keep your peace and avoid pointless conflicts. Knowing when to end the conversation or not respond can be liberating and shows that you don't need to win to move forward with confidence. Sign number 8. Copying your style, tastes, or achievements. A subtle yet very common sign of envy is when someone starts imitating your style, interests, or even your accomplishments. This person may begin adopting your way of dressing, repeating your expressions, showing interest in your hobbies, or even trying to follow a similar career path, all in a way that seems natural or coincidental. This might look like coincidence or even admiration, but in many cases, the intention is different. Envy makes them see you as a benchmark they want to reach, but instead of finding their own path, they choose to try to be like you. Imitation here isn't a compliment. It's a subtle way of diluting your uniqueness, as if what makes you special is something they could just copy. The key to handling this? Focus on yourself, without being bothered by those who try to be a copy of you. Remember, your authenticity is inimitable, and that's exactly what sets you apart. Trust in your originality and keep moving forward with confidence. knowing that what you've built is a product of your unique essence and dedication. Sign number 9. Not celebrating your achievements. Quickly changing the subject. Envious people often avoid celebrating your victories, or even acknowledging your accomplishments. When you share something important, they deflect the topic, respond coldly, or quickly shift the focus to something related to themselves. This is an attempt to deny you the recognition you deserve, downplaying your moment. By not showing enthusiasm, these people reveal the discomfort they feel with your success. It's as if, for them, acknowledging what you've achieved would be a threat to their own ego. They'd rather redirect the attention to something that makes them feel relevant, dimming the shine of your moment. This behavior shows that they're uncomfortable recognizing that you've achieved something positive, as it highlights their own insecurities or lack of accomplishments. The best way to handle this type of behavior is to celebrate your victories on your own terms and with those who truly support you. Your success doesn't depend on everyone's validation. Celebrate with those who are genuinely happy for you, and recognize the value of your accomplishments regardless of others' reactions. This strengthens your self-confidence and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Sign number 10. Trying to discourage you with negative comments. A classic sign of envy is when someone tries to discourage you by disguising criticism as realistic advice or concern. Comments like, "Do you really think you're ready for this?" or "That sounds risky," are typical. Although they may seem interested in your well-being, in reality, these remarks aim to plant seeds of doubt, making you question your abilities and goals. These people project their own insecurities onto you, and by doing so, they try to prevent you from moving forward and achieving your plans. Often, they don't believe in their own capabilities and feel fear or frustration when they see someone around them pursuing dreams with confidence and determination. They would rather discourage those reaching for something greater as a way of leveling the playing field. This behavior is actually a defense mechanism. By downplaying your potential, they attempt to reinforce their own belief that success is out of reach, not just for them but for others as well. So, if they can make you doubt yourself, they're actually validating their own negative outlook on life. By weakening your confidence, they believe they're reducing the chances of you standing out, which brings them temporary relief from their own insecurities. Moreover, when they see you hesitate or step back, it makes them feel more comfortable, as your progress no longer highlights their own limitations or shortcomings. Projecting this discouragement onto others is a way of keeping everything within a controlled zone where no one shines brighter than themselves. To handle this behavior, it's essential to recognize the difference between genuine concern and an attempt to demotivate you. Remember why you chose to follow your path. Your ambitions are valuable, and self-confidence is the key to facing any negative discouragement. Sign number 11. Making a point to publicly highlight your mistakes. This final sign is especially delicate, as it often comes disguised as a joke or harmless comment. Envious people have a constant need to expose someone else's mistakes, especially in public. Whenever you make an error, no matter how minor, these people seize the opportunity to point it out in front of others, as if to remind everyone that you're not as perfect as you may seem. They do this to diminish the impact of your accomplishments, trying to make others think that you're not as admirable or competent as they might have believed. This behavior, though subtle, is an attempt to shift the focus away from your successes and instead highlight your imperfections. To them, each mistake you make is a chance to show that you're not as elevated as you appear to be, a way of justifying, both to themselves and to others, why they don't need to feel inferior. Handling this situation can be tricky, but the best strategy is to stay calm and avoid reacting emotionally. By responding with composure, you take away this person's power to impact your self-esteem, making it clear that your mistakes do not define your worth. Envy and jealousy are common feelings, but if left unchecked, they can poison relationships, drain our energy, and worse, make us doubt our own victories. Now that you know the 11 signs that reveal when someone may be harboring these feelings toward you, it's easier to protect your peace and growth. Dealing with people like this isn't always easy, but recognizing these signs is an essential step in preserving what truly matters. Each sign we covered here is a reminder that not everyone around us wishes for our success. Often, these people project their insecurities and frustrations onto us, and you don't need to carry that weight. The good news? You can choose how to respond. You don't need to get involved in disguised criticism or pointless disputes. The stronger you become internally, the more immune you are to these external influences. Remember, you deserve people who celebrate your victories and respect your journey. And if you've noticed these signs in someone close to you, consider ways to limit the impact this has on your life. Value your accomplishments and keep moving forward, knowing that your success doesn't depend on the approval of those who aren't truly by your side. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like and share it. And tell me in the comments, have you ever experienced situations like these? Which of these signs do you notice most often in the people around you? See you in the next video.